welcome to Great Getaways. Well, today we're going to be touring Roscommon County, a hidden gem. It's a place of natural beauty, recreational opportunities, and vibrant community spots. We're going to be starting here at Lakeview Park. We're right on Houghton Lake. It's one of the many parks that surround this lake. It's places I know you're going to enjoy. We've got some really good spots we're going to. So let's get this journey started. Our first stop would be at the Marguerite Gahagan Nature Preserve. This is a great up-north getaway where you can commune with nature. I met with Education Director Kelsey Parker Browning to tell me more. We're here at the Marguerite Gahagan Nature Preserve here in Roscommon County. I have Kelsey with me. And Kelsey, you work this area. Tell me a little bit about what you do, your job.
Yeah, so I am the education director here at the Gahagan Nature Preserve. So I do a lot of public education. So we have education programs for all ages. We do adult programs, we do youth programs, family programs, and then we work a lot with the schools around here as well, doing field trips and then also classroom programs.
Okay, well tell us a little bit about the preserve itself.
Yeah, the preserve here we are nearly 100 acres of land that we're protecting right now. And we have a few different types of kind of forest communities here. So we have some old growth forest here at the preserve. We also have some wetland areas, and then we also have upland forests. So we have all of these acres that we're trying to protect here for in perpetuity so that they can no longer be developed or anything. They're always going to be held here. So we have these kind of interpretive signages here. And then we also have some digital interpretive signs as well. We have some of these QR codes that are on the trails. Folks can scan with a smartphone if they have it handy. And it takes it to our website that has some additional information about that plant or that feature. So we do have those maps online if you want to check us out before planning your visit out to Gahagan. Otherwise, we do have some brochures that we usually keep at the kiosk as well that can give folks a map as they're hiking around.
And so far, this is really a nice, good spot to bring the family out to. An easy trail. We're not going up and down any hills. Are there any out here?
No, this area is relatively flat, so we usually have some pretty kind of easygoing hiking trails throughout the preserve. There's not too much of an elevation change throughout most of our property.
I want to thank you for coming out here with us, taking us around, your wealth of information. I appreciate that and learning so much about it. It's a great area to come out to. Well, Kelsey, would you like to invite people up here to see this?
Yeah, absolutely. So if folks are interested in visiting, they can, of course, get more information from our website. And yeah, we've got, information about the programs that we offer. We're open, every day sunrise to sunset for just hiking and exploring the preserve. And then, of course, if you want to find out other ways to support the preserve, via donations or volunteering for us, then of course we have information for that as well. So there's plenty of ways to support us in protecting this land and providing environmental education for our community, and we'd love to have folks visit and folks come be a part of the preserve.
All right, well thank you so much. Get up here and take a hike. Lake State Park. I'm with Hillary Pine, and Hillary is an historian for the DNR. And we come across the street from the park itself. We're at a CCC camp. Maybe you could tell us what is a CCC camp and what all the things we have here are.
Yeah, so we have a pretty large complex here. We're actually standing at what was the Higgins Lake Nursery. So that is a tree nursery for maybe those who aren't familiar. And it was the first nursery here in the state, started in 1903.
In June of 1935, the new republic dubbed the Civilian Conservation Corps Roosevelt's Tree Army. The CCC Museum gives you a good idea of what the men in these brigades went through. Since most of the Michigan CCC camps were in national estate forests, enrollees planted seedlings, fought forest fires, eradicated diseases, built roads, trails, towers, and fire breaks to aid in the prevention of forest fires. During the first 24 months, the Michigan CCC constructed over 3,000 miles of truck trails, spent 54,000 man-days fighting fires, assembled 8 lookout towers, built 275 miles of fire breaks, and reduced fire hazards on some 40,000 acres. Reforestation also required the establishment of nurseries. By 1936, 1 million hardwood seedlings were ready for planting. And the bulk of those seedlings and trees came from here. We learn more about this process as Hillary gives us a complete tour. I know for a lot of you that travel around Michigan that maybe are not that familiar with something like this, if you're going down the road on the highway and you look over to the side, you'll see these pine trees that are all in a row. And those were put in by the CCC, or the Civilian Conservation Corps, during the Depression, like you said.
Yes.
Now, this is one of the areas that they got the seedlings ready. This is, what do they call this place right here?
So the building we're standing in right now is the cone barn. So of course, if you're going to grow pine trees, you need to get the seeds from the cones. So this is where the cones would be stored, right above our heads in the attic. And there are these big cupboards just across from us and they have all these drawers that the cones would actually sit in. There were ovens in the basement below us that blew hot air up through those cupboards and would pop the cones open, and the seeds would come out. And lots of other equipment in here, how the seeds would actually be processed before they were ready to be planted.
Okay, and as she says that, and they had to heat these to get the seeds to pop, but in nature, it's generally a fire that would cause this?
Either really direct, nice warm sunlight, or fire is going to pop those.
No tour of Roscommon County would be complete without a visit to the Copper Kettle. This local favorite is known for its delicious food and warm atmosphere, making it the perfect place to enjoy a meal and a drink to unwind. We sat down with owner Tom Schmolinski, who not only gave us a grand tour, but made sure we got to try almost everything they had. It was a delight for your taste buds. We're here in Houghton Lake today. We're actually in Prudentville, around the southwest side of the lake. And we are stopping in a new place here called the Copper Kettle Distillery. And I've got Tom here with me. And Tom, maybe you can explain what this place is about.
The distillery itself is really an incredible opportunity. You know, every drop of spirits that we sell here, we make here. And so when it starts with the spirits, you know, we have craft cocktails that are phenomenal. Abby, which cocktail is this?
It's called the Old Trail. It's got a base of brown sugar, bitters, and cinnamon, and then we top it with 80 rye and a maraschino cherry.
Yeah, it's absolutely delicious. So our craft cocktails are phenomenal. It's something that this area doesn't have.
So who's doing all the work?
That would be Chef Keith.
Aha, good job, Keith.
Thank you.
It looks excellent.
Thank you. The ribs are smoked fresh daily. They are, we season them, smoke them out on our backyard smoker. And then they come in, they get sauced and then plated. We have the mac and cheese over here with the pulled pork, crispy fried onions, and the barbecue sauce in, or the house barbecue sauce. Mac and cheese sauce is made with a 3-cheese blend. It's made not every day, but every other day. We make that in-house. Over here we have our pork belly burnt-end sliders, so you get 3 per order. With that, I have our special-made house ranch. That's made right in-house here. It's a secret recipe. I'm not going to tell you.
Especially on camera.
Exactly. You're not going to find that anywhere else. It's my own special recipe. The next plate over there, I have my loaded giant baked potato that is has mozzarella cheese on it. It is our in-house smoked brisket. I do that daily. That takes 14, 16 hours to smoke right out back. Then they just have our house sauce on that also. Next to there is our bacon wrapped stuffed poblano peppers. It is stuffed with a 3 cheese mix. Cheddar cheese, cream cheese, and Parmesan, I believe it is, wrapped in our house-made candy bacon. That bacon is also made right here, smoked out back, and then we bring it in and candy it, and gets wrapped up and put on there.
I think the hardest thing for somebody coming in here to eat is picking one of these things to eat. Because, I mean, any one of them you're going to be filled up on, and what choices here? Man, this is terrific. Which one do you want?
I think I'm leaning toward the mac and cheese.
Now that the introduction to all the food in front of us was over, it was time to dig in, and it was the absolute best. So next time you're in Houghton Lake, make a stop at the Copper Kettle. Exit 222 off of I-75 brings you to St. Helen. There's a highway sign that promises fun for all at exit 222, and there's no shortage of fun on its 60 miles of trails. Join Ray and I in learning about the St. Helen Dirt Packers and their role in making this one of the state's best areas to ride. Most of the terrain is flat and sandy, but there's a small play area with moderate hills and some great climbing. We're on the trail out here. We're in kind of a unique area right now. I'm with Kathleen and Eric. This is something they've just gotten into, in the last couple of years, isn't it?
Yes, we just bought our property up here in the past few years. We've actually been coming out here, making day trips from our home downstate for the past, probably 13 to 15 years. A couple middle-aged adrenaline junkies out here just having fun.
Kathleen, how long have you been doing this?
I've been riding ATVs and quads my whole life. My parents have a place in Harrison, and I grew up riding three-wheelers at an old gravel pit there and snowmobiles, and was riding quads my whole life.
This is a nice buggy you've got here.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about it? Why it's so special?
Well, this is a 2014 Polaris RZR XP1000. It was the first year for the RZRs, and this is kind of a limited production color run. They call it the Black Pearl Edition. We've got a lot of creature comforts in here. One of them is Sirius satellite radio, so we can cruise the trails. We have yet to be stuck anywhere that we've ever gone. We absolutely enjoy it.
One of the attractions for the hardcore four-wheel drive enthusiasts is the challenge of the 6 rock crawl courses constructed by the Michigan Department of Natural Resources in 2010. Designed for standard 4x4 pickups and street-legal Jeeps, it takes a lot of skill, patience, and often gloating to try the challenging course. Our next stop was for more delicious food at the Frog Tiki Bar. And anybody that said there's no good food in Houghton Lake needs to watch today's show. We were accompanied by Alma Lou Crossley, Executive Director of the Houghton Lake CVB. Here in Houghton Lake right now, we're at one of my favorite spots, and that's the Tiki Bar. And I'll tell you what, this is such a great place to come down here. A lot of entertainment, a lot of fun goes on down here. And I'm with Sally Bennett right now. Sally, you're the assistant manager here.
I am.
Can you tell me a little bit about the place? What do people look for here?
Well, great food. We have a lot of good food, great drinks, of course. You're outdoors. It's a great atmosphere. We have 7 rooms, so you can stay and play.
Okay.
And it's 21 and over, no tadpoles, so some people like that to just get away from the kids and the hustle and bustle of all that.
Now you have entertainment in here too.
We do. We have entertainment every night that we're open. So every night but Monday, there's something going on. Tonight we have dueling pianos going on. Yeah.
That should be interesting.
They are a lot of fun. A lot of fun. They bring a real fun crowd with them.
We've got a pond here too.
Yeah, the koi pond. So this used to be the pool for the hotel, and they decided to turn it into a pond. And we've got koi in there that are now 21 years old.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
I noticed some of them look pretty big. Yeah. Okay, you guys got to get up here. This is a great place. We're going to sit down and have something and just really enjoy ourselves. And in a little bit, the music's going to start. Well, before we sat down to a delicious meal, I spoke with Joe Jankowski, the general manager and executive chef. We've been learning a little bit about the Tiki Bar, but we wanted to get more information and find out about the food, drinks, and stuff like that. I'm with Joe Jankowski right now, and Joe's general manager here. One of your jobs also is a chef, right?
The chef, yep.
Okay, and you got some great meals out here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you got?
So right here I have our swordfish tacos. Not very many places in town sell swordfish. So everything I do is from scratch. I got a homemade mango salsa, grilled swordfish, put it in a taco, got a little Cajun remoulade on top, and it's delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Looks delicious.
Yes.
And we've got
this is our famous nacho. It's our summer nacho. So that right there is a double layer nacho. You can get it beef, chicken, or vegetarian style. We got all kinds of sides that you can get with it: guacamole, sour cream, salsa, all that kind of good stuff. And it's popular. We sell a lot of
it. Looks popular.
Very popular, yes. So over here I have my brisket dinner. I do all my own smoking in-house. So I do brisket, chicken wings, ribs, and pulled pork. So I just wanted to showcase my brisket today on that. Very tender. I make my own barbecue sauce, so it's this is my 3rd year doing it here now, and it's very popular.
That looks amazing.
Very
Yeah, it does. I'm liking the looks of the salad here, though, too.
Yeah.
This here is my strawberry chicken salad. It's got all kinds of goodies on it: mandarin oranges, provolone cheese, bow tie pasta, strawberries, green peppers. It comes with this poppy seed dressing, which is a little bit sweet, and then the grilled chicken on top.
Man.
And of course, you can get it without the chicken. I have all kinds of vegetarian options on my menu.
Okay, sounds good. Nice. I see we've got some drinks sitting out here too.
Got some of
that
our
looks like
famous
might go in.
Yep.
Go good with some
So
of
this is our famous rum bucket. It's got 5 different shots of rum, different kinds of juices in it, and the fresh fruit on top. Sell tons and tons of those. Right here we have a strawberry banana split.
Oh, wow.
And it's delicious. Very, very, very good. And then right here we have our lily pad. That's one of our most famous drinks. Comes with a little gummy frog on top, and people love that.
Well, as you take your tour here in Roscommon County, and if you like to fish, one of the places you have to stop here is Lyman's on the Lake. And I'm with Kurt right now, who's owner. And Kurt, you've got everything for the fishermen in here.
We have everything you need for a day on the lake.
Okay.
So we try to cater to vacationing families, local fishermen, and you come in here we have the largest selection of tackle in the area. We have the freshest bait. So grab your tackle, your bait, you have snacks. You can celebrate your wonderful catch at the end of the day with some wine or some of our great bourbons.
Oh, yeah.
So we really try to have what people need for this lake, for Higgins Lake, and Lake St. Helen.
They're not big fishermen yet. There's a good chance they're going to catch something out there.
Yeah, the most easily caught fish out here are probably perch because they're everywhere and they always seem to be hungry. Okay. Pike is another common fish that's easier to catch, or they're not quite as picky. And bass, of course, those are pretty good. The harder ones, so for your challenge, you have crappie can be challenging, finding them. Bluegill can be difficult too, and they can be picky with when they want to start feeding. And then, of course, walleye. That is the hardest fish to catch, but probably the most rewarding. Because on this lake, when you catch a walleye, you've done something special.
Okay. Now, one thing they should probably look for when they're out there fishing is a tag on some of these fish. What's that about?
Yeah, so the tag, it's through the Tourism Bureau, and it's hard to tell how many exactly we have out there. It's several hundred fish are tagged. And if you find one with a tag, it's a yellow tag, bring it into Lyman's here, and you'll get a $50 gift card. And then in April, you'll be invited back for a chance to win $100,000, a Lund boat, and $50,000 towards a new truck.
It's not hard to take.
No, and it doesn't cost anything to join. So you don't have to sign up for it. You just go out there and fish. And that's on Higgins Lake, Houghton Lake, and St. Helen. All 3 lakes have the tags.
All right. Kurt, really appreciate you talking to us. If you're up here, you want to know anything about the fishing, this is the place you want to come into. Once again, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Good to see you.
Roscommon has so many lakes and streams that it's hard to pick out where to go next. But the choice was made for us when we found out about St. Helen's special kayak launch. To give us a demonstration, we would meet our old friend. We're on Lake St. Helen right now. I am with Ed Bergeron. And Ed, you've got us over here. You're going to go out and do a little bit of kayaking today. And I've heard so many great things about kayaking on Lake St. Helen. It's actually made up of 3 lakes?
Well, it is. And it's an all sports, all boat lake, actually. It's great for pontoons, for all other kinds of boats, as well as canoes and kayaks. And we're blessed to have a fishery here that the DNR says is almost the ideal balance of prey fish and predator fish. So they've been watching it for years. It's a wonderful fishery and a great place to fish.
Now, we look out behind us and we see a big lake out here. But there's actually smaller areas, a lot of good areas for taking canoes and kayaks into.
Yeah, there really is. And I've had my kayak all over the lake, and there's little streams that go off the side that you can explore. You feel like you're all by yourself way up in northern Canada, because it's an 18-mile shoreline, and 15 miles of it are wilderness, like it was 100 years ago. There's only 3 miles of it that are developed, so it's really a different experience than what you normally see in a Michigan lake.
Okay, now coming out here with a canoe and kayak, one of the really nice things, it's got special ramps out here. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about how that came about.
Well, you know, not everybody has a boat, and not everybody has the means to get a boat into the water and so forth. So several years ago, the community came together in partnership with the township and the Department of Natural Resources to build this fishing pier that's 100% accessible, universally accessible. If you have a mobility impairment or you use a wheelchair or whatever, you can use this. And also the canoe kayak launch allows you, even if you use a wheelchair, to be able to get out there and easily transfer yourself into your canoe or kayak and get out on the lake and have some fun. Oh, Tom, hand me the paddle and fishing gear if you please.
I got it for you, Ed.
Thank you, sir.
Right here, buddy.
Thank you.
As you can see, it's easy for almost anyone to come out here, put a canoe or kayak in the water and have a good time. There's also a nice boat launch for larger craft, so it doesn't matter what size boat you have, you can come out here and have fun. And I would also like to thank Ed Bergeron for all of his great information about Lake St. Helen. It looks so easy that next time I'm bringing my kayak so I can do a little fishing and enjoy the day on the water. Okay, when you go up north, you're always on the lookout for unique gifts to bring home. That being the case, a must-stop is at the Morning Glory Mercantile, where we sat down with owner Denise Stefanko. Going through town, and we seen a sign, Morning Glory Mercantile, and I thought, wonder what that is. Let's go in and find out. And I think what I'm going to say is it's everything. And I'm with Denise Stefanko right now, and Denise, you're the owner here?
I am.
And how did you come about doing all this?
Well, I've owned the store for 10 years, although it's been here for 20. And we moved from down the road to here about 5 years ago. And it's just sort of gotten bigger and bigger with time. So we've got a very wide variety of vintage items. We've got locally made items. We have just opened a boutique a year ago that has clothes and jewelry and things like that. We have the back room, and actually a lot of this gentleman's, this is Blue Dog Design, and he does all his own. He makes this furniture from vintage wood and different odds and ends, and so this is all locally made, the furniture that you're seeing here, and he has a lot of it in the back too. And we also have in the back consignment furniture that people, really they don't want it anymore, but someone else will, so they bring it in here and consign it, and then we sell it. So I understood very quickly after I bought the business that this is, a resort town, and you never know who's going to walk in the door. So we really work very hard for two things. Well, really three. We want a clean store, we want an organized store, and we want a little bit of that anybody can grab, and anybody that walks through the door can find something they want in here.
When you're in town here, stop by here, take a look around. You'll enjoy it. The last stop on our Roscommon County Circle Tour is the Michigan State Firemen's Memorial. This is a twofold stop. One is to learn about the memorial, and the other is to learn about the award-winning geocaching in Roscommon County. The Houghton Lake Area Visitors Bureau received the Governor's Award for Innovative Tourism Collaboration Award for their ORB GeoTour. You can get the Ogama Roscommon Bureau GeoTour passport and a list of where to go to find all the caches on the homepage of the VisitHoughtonLake.com. There's a lot of names, so evidently it goes, statewide?
Yes, just for the entire state of Michigan.
Okay, and I know I've been up here before. As a matter of fact, I got a good friend that I've known for many years whose father has his name up here. And I know I took a picture of it last time I was up here. Do you know any of these people?
Yeah, actually the fire chief from the Swartz Creek Fire Department that my dad was on the fire department at had died in an accident on the way to a fire in his name. I believe these died in the line of duty.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our circle tour of Roscommon County. You know, there are just so many things to do up here. And as a matter of fact, we're probably going to have to come back and do another one, pick up the things that we missed. But it's a great spot to bring the entire family up to. If you'd like more information, you go to our website at greatgetaways.tv. Also check us out on Facebook. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.